All right. Welcome, everybody, to USA Crypto Group. Today, we have CZCEO, and today for AMA. CEZ, could you start off with a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your team's background in the space and how you guys came together? And what was the thought process of behind the name CZCEO?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, I'm gonna hey everyone first. So really nice that you all made it tonight. I will first tell you a little bit about my background in the space and how I came here exactly. So yeah, I started trading crypto back in 2017. Traded the main coins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and some others. And in 2021, so 2 years ago, as you all know, there was a big hype around the token scene and yeah, our Binance Smart Chain. And then I also invested into some tokens there. You should all remember SafeMoon and Elongate. And yeah, that's how I made my way in the token scene. And after, I think, just a few weeks, yeah, I started my first project back in 2021, and it was really successful. And yeah, so 2 years later, I'm still here, and I made a lot of connections in the space and a lot of friends. One of them is here with me right now, which is Crypto Addict. And yeah, so that was just a little bit about myself. And yeah, maybe Crypto Addict, you want to tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, so I joined the space a little later, maybe around 2020, and was trading tokens just like I'm sure a lot of you were. And then as it went on, went from project to project, bumped into CZ, and yeah, we talked on the way, and recently opened up CZ.
Yeah. So now you might ask, what about CZCEO? What about the token?
Before we get to CZ, a little bit diving a little bit deeper into the team there. Is there anybody else in the team that you could speak on that might not be here?
Yeah, sure. So our team is mainly from Europe. So we have Crypto Addict from UK. We have myself from Germany. We have our community manager, Dima, which is also doing Doxxed videos regularly and dropping them. And he's also a personal friend of mine. And he's also from Germany. And yeah, then we have also our designer, Ed Nerb, who's also doing everything around Twitter and yeah, our banners, logos, everything. Also the first NFT collection, he's working on that, and he's from France. And yeah, we have a lot of moderators also and admins from around the world as well.
Awesome. I appreciate that breakdown, CZ. All right, so getting into the midst of the project here, give us a brief summary of what it is and what you would like to do first.
Yeah, sure. So the CZCEO token is yeah, a fan token dedicated to the Binance CEO CZ. But not only that, we're combining this legendary meme together with many utilities which are coming together in a whole ecosystem around the token. Yeah, so
okay.
sorry.
Go ahead, CZ. If you would like to get into, let's see, your first, I see master classes here. If you'd like to start off with that.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, you all know there's a lot of meme tokens out there already, and most of the meme tokens don't have like solid utilities which can be used in the future also, and most of the meme tokens die after a certain time. So we decided we want to stay here for the long term and want to ensure that yeah, we're doing something good in the space. And that's why we brought together many utilities. And what Mike just talked about right now is our master classes, which is one of our big utilities. Yeah, maybe Addict, do you want to tell us a little bit about how the master classes will work?
Yep. So obviously, with us having a lot of experience across the years, we know people from all sorts of areas, from influencers to designers to developers, and we want to obviously with the name CZ, we want to help people aspire to be good businessmen and traders. So later on, it's in our white paper how it'll work, but down the line we're gonna, I think, start with free sessions for the community and then gradually build our way up into paid sessions with top influencers, designers, developers, obviously in the hopes that you guys can learn something. Obviously any revenue we get from tickets or attendance classes will always go back into CZ, so reinvested.
I appreciate that breakdown there, that actually sounds pretty interesting there. I like that breakdown down just a little bit more. So, as stated on the white paper, the master classes could, be such as creating a contract or breaking down the ABC of real estate. I assume there's going to be more types of classes as well. What type of classes could we fully expect to see inside the master classes? And is this going to be a place where the outside users could be able to upload their teaching content to you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the beginning, we will start with just masterclasses around our scene. Also teaching new investors how to invest safely into projects and yeah, how everything works basically, because as a new investor, you can get scammed really easily, as you all know. So that's one big thing. We want to make sure that yeah, our listeners learn something in this space. But of course, there will also be more in-depth master classes later. Yeah, I mean, basically with all the possibilities. So it could be master classes about how to create NFTs, could be master classes about how a contract works, how to deploy a contract, all that type of stuff. Yes, or even masterclass teaching about how to grow a community.
I absolutely love that. Any teaching aspect in the crypto space is a major win in my eyes because there's just still so many unknowns for the average user, anybody just coming on to the crypto space as a whole. That is a big learning curve. So any sort of classes or educational pieces like we're seeing here, I absolutely love. So moving down to, you're going to take payments here, I'm seeing, for your master classes. What can we see for the costs of these classes, and how many different networks would you accept? Could you also pay in fiat to get onto your classes?
So we will develop the master classes in Q3 or Q4 this year, later this year, and our first master classes will be free. And yeah, after our first few sessions, we will then categorize also our master classes, and then we will introduce the fee system. And of course, we can also yeah, make fiat payments available to attend master classes.
Perfect. And you said that you would be accepting teachers that could come on and do your master classes. So if I were to be a master teacher, if you will, what is the criteria that I must have or obtain before becoming a teacher for you?
Yeah, so basically, before you're able to teach, you will be monitored by our team. You will have to introduce yourselves to us. We will have a background check. You need to be KYC'd also. And yeah, you need some experience in the space and something to put on the table. And yeah, I mean, that, as you all know, there's a lot of scams out there. And I mean, someone could also fake his own Telegram group by botting it, for example. and pretending to be someone, but we will make sure that we are only letting individuals to hold master classes who really know what they're talking about.
Perfect. And you said that you and the team would individually have a private chat with each and every teacher, if you will, to make sure that they pass the criteria, correct?
Definitely, yes.
Good.
Hey everyone.
Hey Dima.
Hey.
What's up, Dev?
Yeah.
Welcome, Dima.
Hey everyone.
Good to meet you. So, CZ, so it said into the white paper there, think of it as a movie ticket. So my question to you, would this mean that in your classes you're going to have multiple people inside the classes, or is this more of a preloaded content and one will gain access after paying to sign up?
So we will have live master classes, which can be attended, and unlimited people, or it depends. Maybe we can also limit master classes later, but we have to think about that. But of course, all the master classes will be recorded and then be uploaded to our CZ hub, where then people can always have access to the master classes.
And sorry, just to add to that, I think we do have a bot in development that will be able to track and keep hold of all of the past ones that we've done. So if they pay for that, they can possibly see some of the ones that we've had in the past as well.
Very exciting. I do see that you guys down the road there are currently working on the AI right now, but we'll get to that in just a little bit there, Attic. I see if you'd like, I think we touched about anything on the master classes there. NFT collections, if you'd like to break down some of those for me, CZ.
Yes. So our designer is working on our first NFT collection at the moment, which will feature CZ and basically showing CZ with many expressions. And maybe Addict, you can tell us how the NFTs will work basically and what the benefit will be for our holders.
Yep. So basically, there'll be like random mystery boxes. So obviously, you don't know what rarity you're going to get out of that. And then some of the higher rarities, say legendary, or whatever we decide to call them, you'll be able to trade those back to us for a profit, and get your money back. And obviously, all profits of the NFT collection itself will go back into the token.
Okay, so you're saying that the NFTs can be sold to you guys back as a profit. Is this at any time? As soon as I buy it, I can sell it right back to you as a profit, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you could with the legendary ones, and we'll use that money to also to help maintain the floor of the NFT prices. So as say if someone packs a legendary and they sell it back to us for, I don't know, 1 BNB or something, then we might buy the floor of the lowest NFTs, and then increase the value from there.
Okay, all right. So there's different rarities I see here, different tiers. How many tiers are there going to be amongst the NFTs?
So that's something we have to discuss. This is not final yet. Addict, what do you think?
Yeah, no, sorry, we haven't formally decided on that. The designs are being made, but we're yet to decide on the full terms.
Okay. Well, could you tell me maybe some of the differences between the tiers that we could maybe expect? Maybe increased percentage given back to the user, or something of the such. Is there obviously going to be different advantages between the however many tiers you're predicting?
Yeah, so say if we were to have, say, 10 different rarities, then obviously say 10 being legendary, there might only be a few select ones of them. So if you're getting one of them, we'll be giving you, say, I don't know, 10 BNB for that. But if you pack, say, a number 3 rarity, then you may only get like, 0.2 or something like that. So yeah.
So what are some of the use cases that you guys are hoping to implement back into the project from your NFTs?
CZ, could you take over on that one?
So your question was the future use cases that can be implemented by using the NFTs?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't thought about that right now, but of course it could be like connected to other utilities as well.
We did discuss,
for example, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
We did discuss having it as a token save for the masterclass itself.
Yes.
So using it as a pass, say, instead of paying your subscription fee, if you have an NFT, you can trade that in. But obviously, that requires some development, which hasn't yet been completed and will be in the next quarter.
Yeah. So basically, it could be possible that if someone attends one masterclass, he will get one NFT for that, and he can collect all the NFTs if he attends all the masterclasses.
That's very interesting. I like that. Little achievements along the way. Maybe it's nothing short of a transaction fee to obtain, but as long as you're paying and going to these classes, one can obtain an award in a sense for finishing a class all the way through. I like that. That's a good idea. So I see that the NFTs will also be used as a buyback and burn. What kind of percentages should we see from the transactions that would be burned? And what is the other portion that's not burned going to?
So, like we said earlier, I don't know if we haven't got the exact percentages worked out as of yet, but there'll be some that's burned, and then like we said, so the profit we make will either go back into the token or we will use to increase the floor price of the rest of the NFTs.
Perfect. Buybacks and okay, yeah. Sustaining the chart, very smart. Let's see if there's anything else on the NFTs that I have for you right now. Well, could you tell me, I know it's a little bit early like you're just saying, could we see for the average cost of the NFTs?
I mean, we haven't decided on that yet, but it should be something lower than 1 BNB or to 1 BNB. That's what I have in mind right now.
Okay, all right.
So something in the, let's say, 0.2, 0.3 area.
Per NFT for the mystery box is what it is, right? Because you're going to be buying a mystery box, correct?
Exactly. Yes, correct.
So once the mystery box is open, say, I don't know, I got 3 legendaries, I got 2 commons, maybe 4 uncommons. Will I be able to trade any of these on a open network other than just your website marketplace?
I mean, for the beginning, we will only feature the NFT collection on our own NFT launchpad, basically. But yes, of course, if we proceed with that, we can also list on other NFT platforms like OpenSea.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. So right now, currently, if you buy an NFT, whatever you get, you can sell it back to CZCEO, and that is it for right now. And then later down the line, you can implement peer-to-peer exchanging, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that about covers it for the NFTs. What's next? I think it's a swap there, brother.
We could talk about the tokenomics, maybe.
Sure, let's get into it.
Yeah, sure. So our token has transaction fees of 10%, where 4% is redistributed automatically in BUSD to all holders. Then 2% is being auto-burned. So directly sent to the dead address and taken out of the allocation, circulation, and 4% is going to our marketing.
The 2% that's burned forever, is that an automatic burn or a manual burn?
That's an automatic burn. So in every buy and sell, 2% is automatically burned.
Awesome. Okay. And 4% BUSD rewards to holders. And this is at any amount of CZCEO you hold, correct? You don't have to hold a certain amount to get these rewards?
Yes, that's correct. This is just depending on the volume, and normally the BUSD rewards are sent every 15 minutes. But of course, it's also depending on how high our trading volume is.
Based on volume, good volume, as fast as every 15 minutes. Okay, pretty good there.
Yeah.
Now, 4% marketing and developing. Could you break down a little bit to where those funds of marketing and developing would be used? As we all know, right here, using some for an AMA. What else would you be using it for?
For example, our exchange listings. So, we just launched 1 week ago exactly on the 13th. And we made our first listing on Asbit just yesterday. And so basically we'll definitely have plans to list on many other exchanges too, in the top 10 range also. And so that's going towards CEX listings, of course, but it's also going towards many other marketing measures. Maybe Addict, you're the right guy to talk about marketing, right?
Yeah. So so far we've done competitions, giveaways through our Twitter and Telegram. We've had Bible ads, PooCoin ads. We've had influencers call Moontalk ads. We've partnered with Shido Finance. I think they're at 10 million market cap at the moment, so can buy through their platform as well. We've got a Twitter partnership with big Twitter page, Bitcoin LFG. Don't know if you've heard of it, but we've been trending on Dex Tools, trending on CMS, Crypto Moonshots, and Reddit. We just had a billboard at SpaceX as well. And obviously, like CZ said, we've got a lot more AMAs to come in the very near future. CEXs, we're in a lot of negotiations, and you can expect a lot of those in the near future as well. So, yeah, we've got a lot in store.
Oh, amazing. Sounds like it's guys kind of... Sorry about that. A little more second on the background there. Sounds like you guys are doing it right there. I appreciate that. So coming back to your initial market cap, when is it you guys launched, what you said about a week ago? What was the initial market cap at your launch?
Yes, so our initial market cap was around the 500K market cap area. So basically what the market cap is right now. We had a huge pre-sale. We filled over 906 BNB in total in our fair launch, and then basically had a huge rally towards the 2 million market cap range. And as we all know, a lot of investors like fast money and also took profits, which is good because it filled the BUSD rewards to many holders. And basically now it's our turn to work with the marketing funds that we allocated, which are over $150,000 at the moment.
Wow, 906 BNB raised. On what platform did you raise it on, CZ? Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. It was on Pink Sale.
Okay, so it was on Pink Sale, and so that was your public sale. I've seen that you had a private sale. What did you guys raise for your private sale?
We had a small private sale of just 40 BNB, and we had a max contribution of 2 BNB in that. And also we only gave 15% benefit to the private sale holders, and in the Pink Sale Fair launch, we had a max contribution of 5 BNB.
Okay, and was there any vestings between the pink sale or private sale?
No vestings, no.
No vesting. Okay. Oh, that's very good. And you said your all-time high was a couple million.
Yes, it was around 1.9 million.
Amazing. Congratulations. That was a good job there.
Thank you.
All right. So with your private funds there, you said you raised about 40 plus BNB there. What were those funds allocated for? Was that used for marketing?
Yes, so basically to market our pre-sale, to get our first utilities developed, to get our moderators on board, and to push out the pre-sale. As you all know, you need to make sure everybody knows about it. So we also hired many Twitter influencers and also Telegram influencers that you all know in order to get the word out about CZCEO.
100%. So speaking in terms of security there, CZ, have you had any contracts to date that you've made between the NFT or the swaps or anything like that? Has all of that been audited on your side yet?
You're asking about the swap contract development for CZ Swap right here?
The swap, I'd imagine, is probably a fork, but my question is more directed to your NFTs and then your actual contract, your token contract. Is there an audit on that yet?
Yes. So we had CoinScope to get our contract audited and also to get us the KYC. So the contract is audited by them. And also our contract is already limited in functionalities, so that many things cannot be changed by default. For example, the taxes cannot be changed at all. If you want, I can just get the list out and tell you what is limited.
Sure. I mean, I always like to hear about the safety of a contract, between blacklist functions or stop trading or tax changing, all that. Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. So one thing, of course, is there's no mint function. So no more tokens can be minted out of thin air. Then also the owner cannot change fees. The owner is me in this case. The owner can also not set max TX, and he can also not change the trading status. So he cannot just stop trading and basically take away the possibility to sell. And also the owner cannot blacklist anyone.
Pretty good. It's one of a few of the majors that everybody wants to look out for there. So it sounds like a pretty safe contract. Now, was this an in-house development contract or was this a fork?
This is a fork, but we made sure to take one where we have those security measures, because for us it's important to keep the ownership of the contract, because if you want to get listed on the big exchanges, you often have to whitelist their wallets, and you need a little bit of control of that contract. Yes, so that's why we chose that route, to get a contract which has those security features inside, so that it's not needed to renounce.
Exactly. Okay. Appreciate that. So actually, when you're talking about the bigger exchanges, the SEX listings there, as we all know, a lot of them do not accept, taxes, most taxes in and out. I assume that you guys have a plan later on to go 0 in, 0 out.
Yes, that's the plan. I mean, for bigger exchanges, they're not using any tokenomics at all, so there won't be any taxations on that. And as I said, Asbit is our first listing. We're finalizing on Coinsbit at the moment. That's our second listing, which will come in the next days. And of course, we will then target the bigger ones, for example, Maxi or Lbank. but yeah, I'm already in close contact to Maxi right now, so this is a really high possibility at this point.
That's good news, CZ. Appreciate that. All right, now coming back to your token allocations, could you break those down for me out of your 100% token allocations, what is going where?
Yes, sure. So we have a total of 420 quadrillion tokens. That's the number that we started with. As a little joke, we chose 420 quadrillion here. So there was no specific other reason for that. And then basically we had our fair launch on Pink Cell and worked on the token allocation, how many tokens we want to sell. And once we decided that, we basically chose to burn almost half of the tokens, because obviously they shouldn't be in our hands. So we burned those tokens. We left some tokens locked for later centralized exchange listings in case we need to send them tokens as a deposit to that exchange. But other than that, there were no team tokens whatsoever. So all the tokens that are in circulation right now are in investors' hands or on PancakeSwap.
Oh, perfect. Well, happy 420 to you.
Yeah, thanks.
So you say there's no team tokens. How do you guys expect to pay yourselves? Will it be just through buying and selling the tokens solely for every team member as well?
Yes, so basically we have that one wallet where we collect the marketing funds and also development funds. And as I said, we have team members, we have moderators, and basically we know they need to be paid at one point, which is normal. So we are using those funds wisely for that, because it's not our plan to dump our own token just to pay our team. That's why we chose that route.
That's a good route. I can see that. I can see that angle. Now, I do see it's not really well put into the white paper here, but I did see there's going to be staking. Is that already live now, or is it something that's going to be coming?
Staking is not live at the moment because we have our 4% BUSD rewards. So for staking to be beneficial, we will make a concept which will be an alternative to our rewards, which will basically be as beneficial as the rewards. But at the moment, we don't have the staking live yet.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much caught up with everything here at CZ except for the merch store and the CZ swap. So whichever one you like to start with.
Sure. So with our utilities, there's many things we're developing. So our first thing that we just brought out is the CZ swap, which makes it easy for all investors to swap from BNB or BUSD directly to CZCEO. They can just go to our website and click on swap, and then it will direct them to our swap system where they can just connect and swap. I mean, just like they know it from buying on PooCoin or PancakeSwap. That's one thing. And the next thing we're working on right now is our CZ bridge, which will enable the functionality to bridge over from other blockchains to the Binance Smart Chain to make it easier to get our token. So for example, if you hold Ether, so you're on the Ethereum blockchain, you can just use our CZ bridge and bridge it over to Binance Smart Chain and then buy our token. That's the second thing. Then we will also work on our CZ app, which will basically be like the wallet app, including all of our features in one spot, and will be available on Android and iOS. yes, and many more other things we're developing in the background. But yes, so it's not something that comes overnight. It's development which needs time, and yeah, so you can expect many features coming in within the next weeks and months and so on.
And I'm looking forward to it, as I'm sure, as well as the community. And now coming back to talking about your swap here, how we started off, it says that, seeing with partnering with other projects, they could be, be listed on your swap. Who now, if you have any, have you partnered with that's listed on your swap? And what is the criteria a project must meet for you to add them to your swap?
So at the moment, we have no partner on our swap yet. We ourselves partnered with Shadow token to get featured and listed on their decks so that people can swap easily to CZCEO over at Shadow Finance. And yeah, we also consider this as a partnership for other projects which are basically solid and are meant to be here for long term and not just pump and dumps. We definitely want them to be on our swap to make it easy to all investors to see and to swap those tokens.
No, that's good. All right, so you will be seeking out these individuals to be added to your swap, or will you be having a onboarding process where maybe I'm a project owner, I want to get on your swap. Your swap is hot on your page. Mm-hmm. What must I do to get on your swap?
I mean, that will be a combination of many factors. It can be that we reach out to projects that we like. It can also be that they come to us and ask, hey, is it possible for us to be listed? But it can also be that we market our swap with banner ads or something like this to reach those project owners and developers. And of course, there will be an onboarding process, which will take time, and also our manual work to get to know those projects. They need to be there for a certain time to be possible to be listed, and of course need to be audited, and things like this, security measures.
That's good. There's a good vetting process there, and not just going to take any old project on your swap. That's very good. That could be very problematic otherwise. So I guess that pretty much covers it for the swap there. It's pretty straightforward. It's easy. Coming down to your merch store there, it says that it's going to be launching within your first or after the first week of launch. So is that going to be any day now?
Yes, so we just ordered our first samples right now with our first designs that we made. So it's going to be t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and mugs for the beginning. And once we are happy with what we get, we will then push it out to the investors. But you can be sure that we show our first products in the next days. They should arrive within, now it's weekend, right? If I'm correct, yes. And they should arrive, I think, on Monday or Tuesday, and then we will have those first leaks.
I look forward to seeing that. Be sure to come back into the community and drop some of those updates as well. You're more than welcome to there. So setting with the merch here, it says 50% of all the profits is going to go back to the buyback and burns. Could we expect the other 50% to go down into the development area? Where's the other 50% going?
Mm-hmm. Alex, do you want to take on here?
Yeah. So obviously that will go back into marketing development wallet. We haven't set out a specific role for what we're going to do with that money, but like everything, it'll be a mixture of what we do with that wallet. Whether it's AMAs or CXs, or it'll be a combination.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. So the merch store, is it going to be strictly CZCEO merchandise, or will you maybe consider the people that you onboard as partners to be part of your merch store in some sort of way?
So we're partnering with a merch store, so they will handle all our designs and stuff, and then we get 50% of the profits, and we'll reinvest that into the business.
Okay, all right. Well, the question was there, Eric, was if any of your crypto partners, not your merchandise partner there, but the crypto partners, if any of those maybe want to do some sort of joint merchandise with you on that store, would it be an option for them to maybe have some sort of T-shirt with CZCEO and some other project on there as a partnership forming type of merchandise?
Yeah, for sure. As with the like the CZ swap and stuff, we'd want to have them vetted properly. We don't want to just slap any name up there and have them related with us. But if we vetted them properly and we like the project, then yeah, I don't see why that'd be a problem.
Good, because not a lot of people know the outlets of the merchandise store, so that could be a quick little onboard for a lot of good projects out there. It could be a little fun for everybody, honestly, having some cool designs made up of two intertwining projects. I can see it. All right, well, I guess, guys, that's almost covering everything here. I'm coming down to the interactive AI. Let's break that down a little bit. What is the interactive AI?
CZ, if you'd like to explain.
Yeah, sure. So for the interactive AI, we will have different things in development. One thing, which is just a fun thing for our community, will be something you should know, which is the implementation of OpenAI as like an image generation AI system on in our Telegram group, so that people can basically tell our bot what he should draw, what it should draw, and then it will basically spit this out as a drawing. This is one thing, but at the same time, we will also implement our master classes in our AI, so that people always have access to all the content, also in our Telegram groups. And yeah, so that's basically it for the moment for the AI.
Oh, that's pretty interesting with the AI there. And when could we expect that to be operational? Is it going to be a beta testing first with the public community before a full launch?
Yes. So at the moment, we're not focusing on this right now, because this is something we want to develop in the next month. So you can expect the first features of our AI bot in mid of next month.
Okay, so that's not too far away at all. Next month is what you're saying there, CZ? That's not bad.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, in crypto, one day is like 1 month.
4 days. 100%. Oh, so I mean, I guess it almost covers everything there. I mean, what? I mean, you said this the AI could generate images, can answer questions.
Yeah.
Is there any limitations of this AI bot? I mean, how in depth could one really ask a question?
I mean, the AI is getting smarter and smarter from version to version, and there is limits sometimes where it needs to cool down if there's too many people using it. But other than that, there is no limits.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Okay. I think, let me see if I'm going through everything here. I think we've about covered everything there, CZ. Is there anything that we have missed that we want to talk about?
Not that I know. Addict, is there something we missed?
I think we've covered just about everything. I mean, unless the community or anything has anything we've missed off.
Oh, we do have quite a few questions there. I'll get into some of those in just a minute here. Let me see. Give me just a second. I was not able to keep track. All right. Let's see. Leo's got a couple of questions here. We'll go for the most recent one here. How about that? His question is, looks like you got to the AMA a little bit late here, but for the record, what specific marketing activities do you plan to undertake with those 4% of taxes allocated for marketing? And how do you expect those activities to benefit your community as a whole?
Yeah, sure. So we did outline a bit of this at the beginning, but for those of you that missed it, we have already undergone, competitions and giveaways. Most of these we will continue to do throughout, but some that we've done so far, such as Bible ads, Pukan ads, influencers, AMAs, Moon Talk, partnerships, such as Shido. I know there's a lot of other projects that we can partner with and grow our community from there. Trending on different sites and Reddit. We just had the billboard at SpaceX. CEXs, of course. As I say, we've confirmed Asbit to come in the near future is Coinsbit, finalising that as we speak. And then MEXC as well. That's another one that we're in big talks with at the moment. We do have a huge amount in the marketing wallet, so we're going to, ensure it's well spent and sustained growth.
Good answer there. And so his next question here is about your master classes, rolling it back there. So how many countries could you expect to be able to be on your first launch, I guess you could say, of the master classes? Will it be strictly English, or will you have a bilingual aspect to it?
So our team obviously is quite international and obviously consisting of mods as well. So I think originally it will be in English, depending on who's delivering the masterclass, but we'll be able to either write transcripts or maybe even someone can speak over and offer it to our other communities, because as I said, we do have quite a few different international groups, so I'm sure they don't want to miss out on any of that either.
Yeah, so our Brazilian community is really big, for example, and we also have a little bigger German community, so we definitely consider to have master classes in Portuguese and German as well. But yes, for the beginning, we will start with English master classes.
Very good. And I didn't happen to look on the website here. This is pretty easy to implement. Is the website able to translate into different languages as well currently?
So currently, you can use the automatic Google Translate function. But yes, we will have a website relaunch also very soon with a fresh new UI. And then we can also implement the multilingual feature to have English and other languages there.
Perfect. All right, so the next community question coming in from Jackpot here is talking about the classes again, the master classes. Is it going to be a strict amount of tokens of CZCEO that you need to hold to gain access to these? And if there is, do you happen to have that number and what that might equate to in US dollars?
So at the moment, there isn't a specific amount we've discussed. Like we said earlier, the use of NFTs and tokens. I don't know if you've heard of King. They have a similar process where holding a certain amount of tokens will give you access. But I think it'll be a mixture of all three, where you can pay a fee or a monthly subscription, or hold a certain amount of tokens, or also hold an NFT.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Alex. Next question is coming in from Michael Bonds, talking about the master classes as well here. His question is, will there be a comment section where if I'm stumped in the middle of a class that's preloaded, I will be able to leave some sort of feedback, comment, or anything to help me kind of push on through to the next lecture?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have various people working on all the masterclass stuff. So if there is any questions, we'll definitely either forward it on to the person who's delivered it. They can answer it back. If we've got other people in, or if it's one of us that can help, for sure, we'll have a support team that can directly respond back to that person, or in a group perhaps, so that everyone else can see if they have the similar question, like a what's it called?
FAQ. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's frequently asked questions. Yep, absolutely. So the next one's coming in from Deanna. And by the way, USA here, if anybody wants to ask on voice, please feel free to interrupt me anytime. I know I speak a lot. So next one's coming in from Deanna here. It's a text question. I think we touched on this very, very early on. What was the reasoning behind making another CEO token and the idea of going with CZCEO?
Yes. So we all know the scene has many hype waves around tokens and also naming tokens. And we really liked the CEO hype wave that we have right now since a few weeks. And as our big master for the Binance Smart Chain, our CEO of Binance is CZ. We decided to, name it CZCEO.
Very straightforward. I appreciate that, CZ. Great as it is.
Yeah.
Actually, I like this next question coming in from Point of View here. This question is about a possible giveaway between a biggest buy competition or a game comp or anything of the sort of a contest. Could there be a possibility where the investors will win either an NFT or a gift from your merchant store directly?
Yeah, well, 100%. We've already discussed, definitely on the merch side of things, we'll 100% doing those giveaways. We've done many competitions already with the community at the moment, just for money or crypto. But yeah, as soon as we have our merch out, we'll be definitely giving them to you guys. NFTs, of course, we'll be doing many giveaways in the community.
You heard that? Many giveaways. Everybody pile on over. All right. So next question is coming in from Henry Sky here in terms of your staking. I know this is going to be live shortly, but it's just not yet. Do you have any plans or any ideas of what is going to be the minimum or even maximum amount of tokens that can be staked? And is there going to be an early unstaking fee?
Yeah, so we don't have those details yet, but when we implement staking, we want to make sure that it also has at least the same benefit as the BUSD rewards, because if it has not the same benefit or better benefit, there's no reason to use staking at all, because the BUSD rewards are also really good for the investors.
100%. Comes with volume, comes with good 4% BUSD rewards. Yep. Now, next question is coming in from Asteroid 45 here. Besides your merchandise stores we see, is there going to be any or other sort of external revenue stream coming into the project?
Yep. So obviously we have the NFTs and masterclasses, as we've discussed earlier. So people pay for NFTs and will reinvest some of that money back into sustaining the floor price of those and into buyback and burn of tokens. And then the masterclasses will have subscription fees, starting out free, but as we work our way up and decide on prices and whatnot, the funds of that will definitely go back into the business.
Perfectly said. Appreciate that, Eric. One of the last questions I'm going to take here is Michael Bonds. I missed his third question here. I'm wondering, with the allocated 4% generated for the 10% tax, will this be enough for your marketing and development? Do you feel that this is considered pushing of AD banners in huge contests and huge marketing? Do you feel that 4% will be sufficient for everything?
100%. As we raised a huge amount in our pink sale, and we're very experienced in this space and know how to sustain that. So we have been so far, and we'll make sure to use it wisely. We still have 150,000. We've already had our first exchange. We've done so much stuff already. We're just making sure that we don't blow it on, say, 10 influencers all at the same time. We're going to do it progressively and make sure it has the right effect and have sustainable growth, not just a pump and dump for quick gains.
Okay, I appreciate that. One of the last questions I always like to ask myself to you guys. This is a good one. A two-part question. I'm sorry. First part is going to be, what from your start date, from when you guys started CZCEO, has been your biggest hurdle, your biggest task to date so far?
Oof, God.
I mean, there's many hurdles always in a project, and I mean, as we all know, there's some processes that you have to go through before listing and also after launch, and basically the rough times you're having when basically, for example, people take profits. There's always people who invested in a higher market cap and start to worry or start to FUD. That's something that's always challenging for a project, to make sure that the community well-being is maintained, basically, and that the sentiment is good.
Okay, well said. So the second part of that question there, guys, is what do you guys feel is your strongest differentiation between you and the other type of project that might have similar utilities there? What would you feel sets you apart from the rest?
I'd say our experience in the space, in terms of using like marketing money wisely, the team being international, coming from all over, growing, different types of communities, not just say, all English, and we know who to ask, say, to develop. Like, we have a great designer who's done some awesome banners. We know that NFTs are looking great. Merchandise stores, we know the quality is going to be good. So I think experience would be the main one.
I like it. Good experience from the team. All right. Well, I mean, Eric, CZ, I think that's about everything that we've covered in the AMA. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with, or anything that we might have missed before we push on to the giveaway portion here of the AMA?
I don't think so. But to everyone listening here, you can always feel free. If you have any questions, you can also DM me personally, and I will use my time to answer when I have time. Yes, so that's one thing I just want to say. And always make sure to do your own research also, and check our white paper and website.
Yep, likewise. Thank you for turning up. Do your own research and make sure you know what you're doing when you're investing. But yeah, white paper, check that out for sure. We are KYC, Doxxed, and Audited. So yeah, thank you for coming.
And thank you guys. Very well said. Very well articulated AMA. You know, we went in depth on everything there. Nothing was missed. Now, coming up to the next part here before I know it's getting a little late for you guys. You can save the giveaway. You can, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you guys. But I wanted to say I'm going to upload everything to YouTube and get you guys a copy ASAP as soon as it's uploaded. So that way you guys have it for your community and your records as well.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Perfect.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, guys. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the AMA here, guys. That was an amazing AMA. We're going to close up here with a $20 giveaway with a random number tonight, as I was not able to take down everybody's name tonight. So we had, I think, about 260 participants. Let's say the number, let's see, I had written it down here a second ago. All right, let's do a number between 1 and 260. Everybody who's listening right now, if you guess the number that I told Johnny at the start of this AMA, you'll win yourself $20. We're going to let this go on until someone gets it. We're also going to award $20 to the best question. And as you know, there's a $25 Twitter going on right now. All you got to do is like, share, comment, and follow CZ and USA Crypto Group. You'll have a chance over there as well. And following up for the YouTube giveaway, be on the lookout, because there's going to be a $15 advantage to possibly win over there as well. I think that's about it for everybody today. We'll see who gets that first answer correct. I see a lot of answers coming in right now for that number. But that is it from us today. We will see you guys in the next one. CZ, I'm going to get you a copy, like I said, ASAP. This is USA Crypto Group. Been an amazing AMA with CZCEO. We love you all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.